Vianden is a town that feels like a step back in time, nestled in a deep valley along the river Our in northern Luxembourg. Rising high above its rooftops is Vianden Castle, one of the largest and most beautifully restored feudal strongholds in Europe. Built between the 11th and 14th centuries on the remains of a Roman castellum and a Carolingian refuge, the castle was once the seat of the powerful Counts of Vianden, who were closely connected to the German imperial court. After centuries of decline, it has been carefully restored and now stands as a striking symbol of Vianden's medieval past. From the hills surrounding Vianden, visitors can enjoy sweeping views of the valley and the fortress either on foot or by taking Luxembourg's only chairlift, which glides silently over the treetops. Scattered around Vianden are remnants of medieval walls and towers, reminders of the days when Vianden held strategic importance in the Ardennes. Below the castle, Vianden itself unfolds in a maze of narrow cobbled streets, lined with old houses, small cafés, and shops. Inside the Church of the Trinitarians in Vianden, the town's history is revealed through its stones and relics. The recumbent tomb effigy of Marie de Spanheim, dating from around 1400, rests in solemn repose, remembered as the last descendant of the Counts of Vianden. Built entirely in 1248, the church stands as one of Luxembourg's finest expressions of Gothic art, with its large choir added in 1644. The main altar, crafted in 1758 in the Rococo style, is the work of the artist Michel Weiler. Adjacent to the door, a late 16th century epitaph commemorates Henri of Nassau, an illegitimate member of the Nassau family. The church also safeguards a reliquary said to contain the skull of Yolande de Vianden, the 13th-century abbess of Marienthal, who became a figure of local veneration. In front of the music pavilion stands a sculpture known as the Painter, the Musician, and the Fool. When Vianden lost territory to Germany, it led to economic hardship. To earn a living, locals had to travel to other villages to paint houses and returned on Sundays as musicians, bringing joy to the community. These cheerful figures, once called the Fools of Vianden, are immortalized in the three sculptures. The river Our meanders gently through the center, crossed by a stone bridge that frames one of the most iconic views of Vianden, with the castle rising dramatically above. On the bridge that crosses the river stands the figure of Saint John of Nepomuk. John was born in Bohemia around 1340 and died in 1393. He is a Catholic saint closely associated with bridges, water, and protection from floods. According to tradition, he was a priest who refused to reveal the confession of the Queen to King Wenceslaus. For his silence, he was tortured and thrown into the Vltava River. From this act of defiance, he came to symbolize the seal of confession, courage in the face of power, and divine protection, especially for those who live or work near water. His statue in Vianden, like many others across Central Europe, was placed on the bridge as a guardian watching over travelers and shielding Vianden from the dangers of the river. The Uer River flows through Belgium, Luxembourg, and Germany before joining the Sauer and ultimately forming part of the Rhine basin. Stretching 78 kilometers in length, with over half of it running through Luxembourg, the river begins near Manderveld in Belgium at an altitude of about 643 meters. From its source, it meanders south along the German-Belgian border and later the German-Luxembourg border, passing Vianden before meeting the Sauer at Wollendorf in Germany, where it lies at 177 meters above sea level. North of Vianden, the river is spanned by the Uer Dam. We stroll along the banks of the river, the gentle flow of water mirroring the calm rhythm of life here, and take in the quiet charm of this small town, where time seems to slow and every step feels unhurried. We see a dead fish drifting on the river's surface. The image calls to mind the old proverb, "Only dead fish float with the current." Vianden has also drawn the attention of artists and writers. Among them was Victor Hugo, who stayed here during his exile from France in the 19th century. His former residence has been preserved as a museum, displaying manuscripts, letters, and personal belongings that connect him to Vianden's story.